Hi, peace and harmony here with you today. How to get rid of the victim mindset that comes once you've been abused by a narcissist or a psychopath. I find that a good degree of our healing and recovery is procrastinated, and we tend to draw it out. We tend to stay in a victim mindset, and this oftentimes will keep us down and out. It'll keep us in drama. It'll keep us seeking things from the narcissist that they'll never give to us. They'll never be able to really provide for us, and we're having trouble getting out of that victim mentality and realizing that we can indeed provide for ourselves. We can, in fact, engage in healthy communication, healthy relationships, healthy activities, but it all has to come from a foundation of self-respect and self-esteem and self-love. Now, these very qualities, this foundation, was basically uprooted and destroyed by the narcissist in our life. It's very hard to piece that together and put that together as a new foundation with a narcissist around. Why? Because they're going to keep edging away, and they're going to keep chipping away at us, and they're going to keep us in their sphere of influence. They're going to keep us around to be a source of supply. But as you might have noticed, as you try to continue to be in a continual source of supply for the narcissist, you're not really serving yourself. In fact, I find that the longer you stay with a narcissist, the more clear it becomes that you are not right together. It is not ever going to work. It leaves you feeling more and more used, abused, discarded, empty inside. Yet part of us is still hanging on, still clinging on to that dream that it could be. And we're trying to recover. We're trying to get back to that initial state where we felt, where we idealized them, where we were love bombed, where they made us feel so wonderful. And we're trying to replace that, but we have to understand that that was fantasy. That was not reality. Yes, it was something that we experienced. Yes, it's very hard to comprehend, and it is confusing being in relations with a disordered person, but now we have to get out of that victim mentality, and we have to take the high road. We have to take the higher mind. We have to be the bigger person. Maybe we're not used to being the bigger person. Being the female in a relationship, we're used to giving it to the guy, you know. We're used to letting them have power over us. We're used to letting them be the superior one. We're used to them being idealized. We hold them in such love and such cherished in such an idealized state that it's hard for us to let go of that dream. But I think part of coming out of that victim mindset is realizing that the dreams in your life can now begin to actually take place realistically once you let them go. And once you stop being in part of that victim mentality. Now, what had caused the victim mentality? Being abused, being criticized, being judged, and letting that continue in our life. We were maybe of a more immature mindset where we didn't realize that we deserved to have our needs met, but we did not know how to get our needs met. We constantly put our needs on the back burner. We constantly put their perspective ahead of our own because we felt it was the right thing to do. They came across as so superior to us, maybe in the name of love or infatuation. We let them get an upper hand, and we thought that that's what the relationship required. In fact, this even takes place in a narcissistic relationship between like a mother and a child, where the mother is a narcissist and they tend to criticize and overly judge that child, and so the child constantly lives to fulfill the supply of that narcissistic parent. And you can imagine how destructive that can be, and how really sick it can be, and how difficult it can be, how sick it is for the narcissist to continue to erode that person and keep them down under their thumb in terms of a victim mindset, but really even how difficult it is to emerge from that victim mindset successfully. It takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of strength. Some women are not strong enough. They literally are so vulnerable, they literally lack the tools that they're not able to walk away. They're not able to emerge realistically. They have become so enmeshed with them that they're depending on them for emotional reasons, for nurturing reasons, for financial reasons. They become in such a bad state that they are literally locked in with this person, and you have to start looking at the solution and how to break free and get away and removing them from your environment so you can begin to be clear of them, free of their influence, free of their negative impact and their energy, free of their criticism, judgment, and power and control over you, and begin to come to grips with what truly you want, what makes you happy, and yourself really as a foundation of healthy self-esteem on your own feet. You absolutely positively can do it. I know you can get through this, but it is accepting that you are not a victim. It is up to you. It is your choice to keep them in your life or not. And you have to have faith. You have to have the courage to know that there's a cuter guy, there's a nicer guy, more of a Prince Charming who will be on level with you, not above you, not beneath you, and who will not make you feel less than or make you do things that violate your own standards. Raise your standards, raise your self-respect so that you can start to experience these things in your life. And yes, it's going to take some while to heal. You got to have patience through this. You have to work through it. But once you start to let them go and raise your standards and realize you are not a victim, you do not need to consciously be a victim and be in their treatment. You do not need to suffer their treatment anymore. You need to get away. Whatever excuse you've been making, I've been with him this long, we're engaged, we have a house together, it's time, it's a family member, I'm committed to this person. You need to take your commitment elsewhere. You need to commit to you. You, Y-O-U, as in yourself, as in you are most important. Being in a relationship with a narcissist, you've never been the most important one. You, my dear, you, my beloved, are the most important one. You have to get this. You have to understand this. You have to start to see that, live it, and experience it. And you will again begin to enjoy a sense of being whole and complete and coming from a healthy mindset. Yes, it's new. Yes, it's different. But it is not impossible. You can do this, and you will do this. You need to take it one day at a time, one moment at a time, getting your mindset right, putting the importance where it is with you. You are number one. You are top of the heap. You are what matters. This other person is not what runs your life. You run your life. Start exercising your own free will. Start doing the things that make you happy. Get out of your funk that this narcissist has got you concocted and painted in basically their little puppetry dance, because that's not the real you. You've got to go no contact. Do not have any sort of sensory experience with them. Go and have the bravery and courage to move on and step out and start experiencing more positive, healthy things with your own senses. Start doing some positive things for yourself. And I'm not talking about devouring a whole Hershey bar, drinking, a bunch of margaritas, and waking up in the morning sick. I'm not talking about letting yourself cry for hours and hours. It's not good for you emotionally. Yes, we have to grieve. We have to go through the grieving process. But you need to get through the grieving process to the point where you're angry enough to say, enough is enough. I deserve better. I deserve better. And you're going to stay in that state. It's going to feel like a plateau, but you're going to emerge beyond it. And if you stick with it long enough, the road and the journey of healing will rise to meet you. and you'll start to recover a sense of wholeness and peace and harmony in your life. Get the support. Get support from people who have been there, and you can understand that it wasn't your fault. You did nothing wrong. You were just really a vulnerable victim of this person. That's all it was. It's nothing more and nothing less. You have to be brave enough. You don't have to tell the narcissist, hey, I figured you out, because you're still giving them supply. You do not need to give any answers to them. Remember, any supply is supply, even if it's still trying to, make excuses. I figured you out. I deserve better. You don't need to have any of those conversations with them. You need to start focusing within yourself and coming to that realization within your core, within your own body, within your own spirit, and aligning your own energy to that truth and reality. And start to get excited, because the path of harmony and peace is coming at you, and as you stay with it day by day and step by step, the other side will start to emerge, and you'll start to feel happy again, and you'll wonder why you didn't do this earlier. Peace and harmony coming at you. Please subscribe for more great videos and tools as a great support here for each other. Love you. Have a beautiful day.